to turn on. We're making 2 loaves of sourdough, 2 batches of cookies, and maybe rolls if we feel up to it for Friendsgiving tomorrow. And we are severely behind schedule.
No one's here yet.
Okay.
So you know.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We've got Grant and Baby behind the camera reading comments. This is going to be a challenge
Because he can't read? I know. It's going to be tough.
To not use his name. And
We shall
hopefully
call
he gets
him.
sleepy.
We shall call him Bagel.
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 Baby Bagel.
Baby Bagel.
That's his nickname?
Honestly, I've heard worse names. Baby Bagels. Cute. I guess for a baby, but I don't want to be.
Baby.
I mean, you're not running for office as Bagel.
Not with that attitude.
Maybe not. All right, we got 2 folks. Tell them what we're doing today.
We are making sourdough. Are they asking questions or? Are you
I know. Amy, hello, she says.
Hello,
Hello.
Amy. That's what happens when you have a husband that has no idea what moderation on YouTube is like. This is just, we're just running with it. Oh my gosh.
You want some apple crullers tomorrow?
Apple what?
Crullers? It's like the huge one that...
Oh gosh, no. The giant one that we weren't able to finish. We're putting in our donut order for the morning. I just want glazed. What's everyone's favorite donut order? $7 grams of salt.
What do you think, little bagel? Baby Bagel.
Baby Bagel.
You're making little noises.
He can't have any yet. Oh no! What happened?
Bagels?
Ugh. He can't have anything yet.
No. He's too small. All right, we're up to 9. We're cooking with fire now.
Now we're baking.
With fire?
Not, well, kind of. We have a gas oven.
You do.
Get on there.
Come on, I was this first time over here.
Commentary by.
Yeah, I like my commentary. I think it's funny.
Criticism by.
I don't know if anybody can hear you. I think it's loud.
Can anybody hear me? Or is
No
this
comments.
too loud? Well, here we go.
Yeah, there we go. No one can see you either, by the way.
That's fine. I don't want to be seen.
Okay.
Bakers should be smelt and not heard.
We got a high. Oh, they can't hear you. Okay.
They can?
Yeah.
Well, amazing.
All right. All right.
Where's
Thank
my
you.
other bowl?
Got some action in the kitchen, don't we, buddy?
The bowls are right there. I have perfected the lazy sourdough method, if anyone's interested.
Oh, smart.
Oh, that's smart. Are you actually interested? Do you want to know? You want to feel lazy? Okay, so. I only do 1 turn now. Which is blasphemous because you're supposed to do 4. Like every 30 minutes. I only do 1 in 3 hours. Turns out just the same. The key part, honey, you're not paying attention, is to strengthen your dough beforehand. So the night before, you feed it at a 10 to 1 ratio. You want to do that math for the baby?
10 to 1 ratio.
10 to 1.
Well, he's over 10 pounds.
Prove it.
So.
No, he's a small
Whoa.
boy.
He's making noises. 10 to 1 what? I don't think they heard.
10 to 1 ratio of flour, water, and starter for your feed. And then you're going to let it sit for like 14, 15 hours. our bread recipe is 350 grams of water, 150 grams of starter, and the key is it's ready to use when it floats like that. I don't know if you can see that, but when it's bubbly and floating on the water when you pour it in.
Little baby bagel over here. Very excited about what's going on.
He can't have any bread yet, so
No.
I'm sure when he can, he's gonna love it. He's gonna love baking with Mom.
Oh, apparently the 10-to-1 ratio is insane.
Well, it works because I leave my starter in the fridge, and that's what strengthens it. And I only use 10 grams of starter to feed, so it's 100 grams water, 100 grams flour, and then 10 grams of starter. And then for my recipe, it is 350 grams water, 150 grams starter, and 500 grams bread flour, and then 7 grams of salt. Which I might need to open up my other package of bread flour.
We got a lot of them.
I bake a lot of bread. I buy it when it's on sale.
Amy liked the book report you did. Very interesting.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to do more of those on the book Complicit. Remember I read you all my favorite quotes?
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
The next book report, what book am I reading? How to Raise Critical Thinkers.
Yep.
That and The Anxious Generation. I feel like I'm going to do a combo book report on both of them. That needs to go in the garbage. Oh, don't forget the salt. Oh wait. There's too much flour.
Oh, jeez. Is this your first time?
Must be. 7 grams of salt. I used to wait to add the salt too, and now I just add it at the beginning. Again, lazy loaf.
Apparently 5-to-1 ratio is max, otherwise you smother fermentation and stress it way too much.
I don't know, it seems to be working.
I think it tastes really good.
I'm not going for perfection with my loaves. I'm going for high desirability of eating.
You don't loathe
Oh boy.
perfection? Is that what you would say?
Okay.
Is that what you would?
Yep. There are a lot of controversial sourdough takes on the internet. Like, there's plenty of people that will say that leaving your sourdough starter in the fridge is terrible for it. But as a hobby baker, there is no way that I could have it on my counter and feed it every other day. There's just, I'm not going to do it. Whoops. And then the other thing I learned is that people don't mix their dough enough initially at this stage. Which this is probably almost done. Get him. Stay.
Okay, fridge is fine. We just need to feed it semi-regularly. Which you do sometimes, and sometimes you
It's like
don't.
every 2 weeks.
You should probably do it more frequent than that.
I
Right?
try to, but
Once a week? I don't know. I don't know how these things work.
the 2 weeks and the 10-to-1 feed seems to be working for me now. I haven't killed it, this is the longest lasting starter that I haven't killed, surprisingly. Right, honey?
Right. You know it.
Okay.
All right, what are we doing here? We gotta walk the folks through.
Okay, we're taking our mixed
Wow, that's
dough.
a really nice wedding ring you have, ma'am.
Thanks, honey.
Hmm.
Some hot guy picked it out for me.
What? Why do you have 14? Oh, you have 4 rings.
This is the normal amount of rings that I wear.
I guess that's not too bad.
Okay, so we take this dough and we're gonna do some turns with it in here. And then we're going to put it in the oven on the bread proofing stage. And then we're gonna leave it in there for 3 hours and maybe do a turn in the middle. And then we're gonna bake it. Same day. That needs to soak in hot water. Because then we're gonna make cookies.
Do you make the bread when baby is asleep? Ask Annie. Where is the baby? Baby is behind the phone right now.
Baby, yeah, is behind the camera on Dad.
Yeah.
Sometimes baby is on me while I'm baking bread and sleeping. Sometimes he is asleep. Oh, he only sleeps for like 30 minutes in the daytime though, so. Oh, this is really goopy right now.
Yeah, little naps. So what do we do if it's goopy?
Let it rise. Let it sit. It'll be fine.
Yep. You're right, Sphinx. Some hot guy. She probably did find someone on the side. Probably some dude at a thrift store, I'm guessing. I don't know if that's where you find hot guys these days.
Dating advice from the...
As I see a picture on our Google Home of us in front of the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. Like, could you want anything more out of life?
More dogs.
More dogs.
More cats.
Nori says hi.
Hello. This is the part of the process that's messy. You gotta really get in there. You gotta get some good turnarounds.
It's like a playoff run, right? Good turnarounds, coming from behind victories.
What sport would that be for? Not baseball.
And Mac OON Raccoon says hi as well.
Hello. Welcome in.
What do you think, baby bagel?
Okay. So I have my like smooth looking dough that I made on the mixer, and I have my lumpy, shaggy dough, I guess if you will, that I mixed by hand, just to show you the difference between the two. But in the end, they're going to turn out the same, because it's just going to rise, it's going to eat all the stuff inside or something and do what sourdough does. The best advice that I read online about sourdough is the people in like ancient human civilizations figured out how to do it. So there's definitely, like, we're putting a little too much thought into it.
Probably, yeah. I mean, it's a lot of the oldest foods ever.
Bread.
Exist, yeah.
What is the oldest? What is the first?
What do we think
what's the oldest food?
Should we ask Google?
Yeah, ask Google. What's the oldest food? If you have guesses, leave them in the comments.
Oh, oldest food.
It's gotta be some like. Are we talking like cooked food? Because it's gonna be a meat.
Solid Sphinx, that's a good tip. As a hot guy myself, I usually hang out near the furniture waiting for the upcyclers to come by.
Nice.
So it's a good place to be. New sofa, new love, you know. 2 for 2. Okay, Google. What is the oldest food?
Wow, Google.
Honey and alcohols.
Oh, alcohol checks out.
Yeah, but I thought.
Okay. I like how it's like, oh, I can't find the answer. Let me give you all these
Let me
answers.
ruminate for a while.
Okay, now we are covering with a linen cloth. Here we go, linen cloth. Bread cloth.
Wow.
That someone burned in the oven.
That's embarrassing for you.
Who is that?
Probably the hot guy you had over.
Dad.
Yeah, I agree. Alcohol is not a food. Also, I could be wrong about this story. Wasn't alcohol founded from like bread that was fermenting overnight and it got like rainwater in it or something.
That's beer, right?
Yeah, beer. I mean, it's alcohol, but
the first mead comes from honey. Fermented honey, right?
Meat comes from. Oh, I thought you said meat. I was like, oh gosh, we got a lot to talk about if you think meat comes from honey.
Wheat comes from honey. The birds and the bees and the honey trees.
How long does it take to make and bake the bread?
Oh, so let's say that took me like 20 minutes to prep. I'm gonna put it in my bread proofing oven setting for 3 hours. Okay, Google, set a timer for 3 hours. Sorry for anybody's Google that I just set off. And then after that, I bake it. And it bakes for 20 minutes with a lid on your Dutch oven and 20 minutes with the lid off. I didn't realize that I was trying to overdo my proofing stage, and I was overproofing my dough, and that's what was giving me like flat, like soggy, not soggy, but like just not rising properly loaves. And the shorter proofing time really helped, and getting a clear bowl to put it in so you can see the bubble stage. Really, all you need to know about sourdough is the bubbles. It doesn't really matter about timing. It's just if you can read the bubbles on your starter and your dough when it's fermented. All right, on to the cookies. This is the best cookie recipe that you will ever find from this cookbook. You can fight me on this. I have made this recipe, 20 times now. I have not been able to get past this page in the cookbook because everybody wants these cookies time and time again. So, we're going to make 2 batches of them. I'm going to put some of them in the freezer. We're going to take some of them to Friendsgiving tomorrow, and we're going to eat some of them this weekend. Okay. 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons all-purpose flour. Where is my all-purpose flour? It's up in the cabinet. But we're measuring everything because it's easier. No, wait. All-purpose flour and blood. No, in a bowl of stand mixer, mix the paddle attachment, cream the butter. That's what we're doing first. We're creaming the butter.
Cream the butter.
This goes in a separate bowl. What am I thinking? Could you get down the... Oh, let's put my rings back on. Can you get down the brown sugar for me?
There's not any in there.
No, there's not enough.
Hello from Atlantic City.
Atlantic City, wow.
Yeah.
We're all across the globe today.
Under the ocean.
Okay. Oh boy. You're subjected to dad jokes here as well?
Sure are. I can't really reach it with him on me.
I got it. Where's the brown sugar? Where's the brown sugar?
Oh, Annie gave you $5.
Oh wow, thank you.
Very nice.
We appreciate any tips and support here on our Wannabe Baking channel. Maybe one day I'll be an actual baker.
Are you looking for the stool?
Oh, I'm looking for the brown sugar. It's just tall.
Yeah, it's at the top.
Excuse me, Daisy. Ugh. We're behind on comments, honey.
I know, I gotta walk Baby Bagel around. He gets upset if I stay still.
Oh, okay. He's getting tired.
Yeah.
How much? 3/4 cup, 150 grams, so 300 grams if we're doubling it, right? Oh, Baby Bagel. You want to go try to put him down? Oh no, contact naps so he sleeps longer. What am I doing? Okay, creaming 300 grams. worry, my hands are clean. There's a lot of brown sugar. And granulated sugar with this? Okay. We are right on the cusp of not having enough brown sugar. We're playing chicken and we won. There's a little too much brown sugar in there. Perfect. Okay. In the sink. Granulated sugar. Pause to read comments. Depends on your ratio for proofing. If you're going 10 to 1, you, like you said, you are building a large gluten structure and need a longer proof for the gas to provide adequate lift. You're going to have more compression at that ratio though, so will tend to drop and be a denser crumb. That makes sense. I go for the crispy crumb if that's what you're talking about. I don't know, I've been experimenting a lot over the last 2 years now that I've been doing sourdough. This is what I like right now. I'm sure it's going to change again in a couple months. But I will try the 5 to 1 ratio next time and see what that does. Sugar. 95 grams granulated sugar, so we're just going to do 2 95 grams because I'm not doing the math of adding 2 95s together because I'm bad at math. Math on the fly is too hard. $190, right? 95 plus 95 is 190?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. I didn't like your hesitation. Oh! Oh, gosh. I need a bigger, what is this called?
Else?
No, well, a bigger measurer scale, kitchen scale. Mom brain hits hard these days. And then we're going to use 2 cups of butter in this recipe, softened. Which is essentially 1 whole package, 1 whole box of butter. That's a lot of butter. Where is the paddle? Paddle's over here. Okay, now we're going to cream the brown sugar, the white sugar, and the butter together for 3 to 4 minutes. Oh gosh, calm down, chill. And of course we already have our Christmas, ew, it's dirty, why is it dirty? baking utensils out. While that's creaming, we'll mix the flour and other dry goods in another bowl. That's not going to be big enough. Got it. What's up? Hold on. No, you're good. Alright, now we mix all-purpose flour, bread flour, baking soda, and salt. 140 grams all-purpose flour, which means 280 all-purpose flour. And then 125 bread flour, so that's 250. No, yeah, 250 bread flour. We need 5 more. Oh, perfect. Okay. And then baking soda and salt. 3/4 teaspoon salt. So 1.5 teaspoon salt. This is half a teaspoon, right? Yeah. So 3 of these. One teaspoon baking soda, 2 teaspoons baking soda. Okay. Thank you for bearing with me while I try to do math, because math is hard. This is sewing. I love both of them, but why do they involve so much math? That was 1, 2 teaspoons baking soda. Cool. We're almost done. 1 egg. Oh, that's supposed to be at room temperature. 2. Well, my eggs are going to be cold for this. Hopefully that doesn't screw it up. How are we doing on butter? Ooh. Creamy. Look at that. That is the secret to this recipe, if you're wondering. Creaming the butter makes, I don't know what it does, but it makes it great. If there's any scientist bakers out there that understand why creaming the butter makes the cookies so much better, please let me know. But all I know is it works, and that's the information I'm going to pass. Put all that into a pile. Get back. You need to go into the bowl. Now I think we slowly add, stop the mixer and scrape down the sides, add egg and vanilla, mixing on low speed until fully incorporated. Okay. Where's my vanilla? We can get my homemade vanilla from last year. How much vanilla? 1.5 teaspoon vanilla. So that would be, oh god, like 6 of these? 3, 6, yeah.
Hello.
One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you're wondering what an easy and delicious DIY Christmas gift you can make for somebody, this is the vanilla extract that I made last year for all of my friends. And the best part is you can just refill this up because the beans are still good in there. Delicious. Everyone loves it. Everyone's been baking with it. 2 eggs. Get all up in there. This is the tedious part, just sitting here waiting for it to go. I can put the salt away. No, I can't. I still need to make rolls. That's fully incorporated. We're going to scrape down the sides one more time, and then we will add in the flour mixture that is not mixed yet. Here we go. Put this baby back on here. I feel like my 4-stand mixer, it's almost time for a like degreasing and regreasing. It's like 4 or 5 years old now, and it gets worked. Mix, 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 mix. Okay, we're going to do this only until it is combined. We do not want to overmix. It clearly states that in the recipe, and we need to pull it forward. I need one of those like chutes so I can do this easier. Get in there. Almost. Got it. All right, we are still going to hand mix this because we have to add in the chocolate chips, and then we're going to put it in the fridge. Well, this is the stage. Did I add salt? I added salt. This is the stage that you would freeze it at. So I'm going to take some of them, turn it into little balls, put them in the freezer so that when we want easy access cookies, we can just make them. And then we're going to bake like a batch and a half. Hey, these go so fast at every single party. I don't think I could ever make enough, even if I made 10 batches of these cookies. They're quite addicting.
Okay. So that's my news. I originally just did it when Andrew was originally talking about this weekend, so I just took it off and just kept it for the better. I'm pretty burnt out at work, so
Okay, here we go.
yeah, so kind of just went around the house, took down a giant skeleton. Looks late.
Scrape down the sides one last time.
No, they can't live the morning of.
And here are my chocolate chips. How much do I add? Where's my cookbook? Where'd it go? Ah! 1 1/4 cups, 225 grams. How many grams are in this bag? 255. 220. I needed 2 bags of these? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not having enough chocolate chips is pretty detrimental to the chocolate chip recipe. Oh, here we go. Okay. Between all of these, I feel like we can make this work. So 225, which is 450 total. We always have chocolate chips. These are chunks. Let's see how many. This is about 150-ish plus 225. Smorgasbord. I didn't buy enough chocolate chips. So let's just add some semi-sweet in there too while we're at it. Yep. Okay. Just to give us the final. Now we need to go buy more chocolate chips. And again, we don't want to overmix this, so we're just folding in the chocolate chips until they are incorporated enough. And then we chill the dough. And the dough has to chill for 12 hours at least. That is a requirement. It is quite unfortunate because anytime I want cookies and I make this, it's like, now I have to wait. Which is why we keep it in the freezer now, because when you're craving cookies, you don't want to have to sit there for 12 hours and open the fridge and see them every single time and you still can't have them. Make sure we got everything off the bottom, incorporated, mixed in, all that flour in the dough. And voila. Cookies. Now, where is my, I guess I can just use this for now. I usually put them in here. I might chill them first in circles and then put them in here to put them in the freezer so that they hold their shape better and don't melt into one another. Oh, that's a lot of flour over there. Hopefully you didn't need that. What do I want to put them on? I'll put them on a plate. Okay. Go. Whoop. The other thing that's important about cookies, consistent ball sizes when you're putting them in the oven so that they're all cooking evenly. And then at the very, very end, if you want to have perfectly circular cookies, not that it's necessary, but this recipe actually technically is for cookie sandwiches, so it does help if they are all symmetrical. You take some sort of circular object, Sometimes it's like a jar like this. I use a mason jar sometimes. And right when they come out of the oven, you do a little circle on them. And it turns them into perfect little cookie spheres. Alrighty. That should be enough to freeze. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Okay. And then the rest of this goes in the fridge for tomorrow. We're not wasting any of this batter. It's too good. We are, however, running out of things to cover up things with in my kitchen. Oh, no, I still have one of these. Cookie dough flying everywhere. Is this the big one or the little one? I think this is the little one. I need the big one. Where's the big one? Oh, oh no. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. This is the bigger one. I had the grand idea that this year the homemade gift I was going to make for people was these elastic covers, like bread covers, or bowl covers. We'll see. I'm still trying to figure out how to sew. Okay, and now we're on to the rolls. Look at us, cruising through this. Gotta wash my bowl again and put some of this away because we are running out of space. Chocolate chips can go back. I do need to figure out where my recipe is for these rolls though. And do I need more butter? Honey, do you have the recipe for the rolls from the Thanksgiving menu that I sent you? Well, I can't because I'm on my phone right now. Oh my goodness. Where is the... Oh. I put my stand mixer bowl in the fridge. That wasn't smart. I need that. I guess we can mix the rolls by hand. Into this bowl. Okay, put away cookbooks. Clean up a little bit of my mess. Drink water. can never have too much water when you're breastfeeding. And yes, we're making yeast rolls, not sourdough rolls, because the only thing I can figure out how to make right now with sourdough is bread. Do you have it on your phone, or can I see it? Okay, here we go. We need dry bowl. And then, once I'm done with this, it will be time to turn the sourdough. Oh my god. I caught it. We're good. We're only making one portion of these because we're also bringing 2 loaves with us, so I feel like we don't need that much bread. I mean, you can never have too much bread. Okay. Flour, yeast, and salt. Mix until combined. This is We'll see if this yeast is still active. Two envelopes of yeast, 1/2 ounce or 4 1/4 tablespoon. We'll do 1/2 ounce. Feels like a lot of yeast. Three, 4. There we go. Close enough. 0.49. We're going to put how much water? It doesn't say any water, it says milk. Do I activate the yeast in the milk? Yes. We're going to activate the yeast in the milk, which means we have to warm up the milk a little bit. Okay. We're trying dairy-free milk for the first time, so we will see if this works. 1 1/3 cup. Okay. I feel like that's going to be this whole thing, but we shall see. Oh, need it bigger. One cup. 1/3 cup. Okay. And then 4 tablespoons of honey. Sometimes baking is an experiment. And a lot of times I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, still ice cold. I haven't made these rolls in almost a year. But they are delicious. So it's worth giving it a shot and seeing if I can make it with coconut milk. Okay, we're a little bit warmer. We're still not quite there. Give it a good stir. 15 more seconds and we should be good. Ah! My microwave broken. The trick is getting it warm, but not too hot to kill the yeast. And heating anything consistently in the microwave is just a disaster, so. Where's my honey? Where did I put my, oh, duh. We said tablespoons of honey, right? Four tablespoons honey, yeah, okay. We're gonna add this in there. We're gonna add our 4 tablespoons of honey, and then we're going to hope that it foams up for us. It should be active still. I don't know how long this jar has been in the fridge for, but it says that the expiry date is not passed. So we're hoping that it's not lying to us. This 4? I think this is 4. Anybody else in Southern California with the massive rainstorm that we're getting today, this weekend? Just got the flood watch notification. Yikes. Oh gosh. Okay, we're gonna let that sit for a couple minutes. We'll mix the rest of the ingredients and then we'll pour that in. So, we want melted butter. I'll get to that. Let's start with the 4.5 cups all-purpose flour. Do I have 4.5 cups all-purpose flour? What is on my stuff? I know you're supposed to spoon this in here. Again, lazy baker method. That's 2. That's 3. I think we'll get the 1/2 cup with this, and maybe I have to substitute with bread flour. That's a little under 1/2. And 1 more. This is why I buy so much flour. Okay. Then we're doing 2 teaspoons salt. I knew I needed that salt still. Where did I put it? Put it away. just bought a new thing of salt and it is messy. Like getting it to go back into the hole after I'm done. Just salt everywhere. Honey, 1 large egg, 2 large egg yolks, so 3 eggs in total. See there. Oh, and then honey butter. We're not going to make honey butter this time. We could. Okay, we just need to wait for this to start bubbling. These can go in the dishwasher. It looks like it's gonna be active. And then after this, I can make lunch, finally. What time is it? 12:30. Done with this water. You get bubbly. You stay up here. You go over here. And then we'll turn our dough. It's already been in here for almost 40 minutes. I like to get my hands a little wet before I do this. Oh, rings off. Just because that helps it not stick so much to your hands. And then just gonna scrape along the sides, pull up, and slap down. This is helping strengthen the dough and build the fibers, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. All I know is you're supposed to do it. And then we put it back in the oven on proofing stage, not in the real oven. Oh my goodness. There's like a flock of birds in the garden right now. Oh God. I'm amazed that the baby isn't waking up from being around in the kitchen like this. This one's the one that I mixed in the stand mixer and it's still really soft. Hopefully this turn will help firm it up. It's still really sticky too. All right, get back on there. Get back on there. All right. Cover you back up. Get back in the oven. And back to what we're doing over here. Uh-oh. Don't lose this recipe. We're slowly, I think we're starting to bubble. This is a good sign. We need to get a little bit more foam on there before we can mix it in here. But we can melt the butter. 1/4 cup melted butter, 1 large egg, and 2 egg yolks. We can mix that into the same thing. This is about 1/4 cup. We're just going to go with it since it's on our counter. This is basically just chaos baking. Welcome to it. Okay, we've got melted butter. We're going to put 1 large egg and then 2 egg yolks, not whites, yolks in here. Ooh. No shells though. No shells. Egg yolk, not white. What are you supposed to do with the egg yolk? Sorry, white. After you use it, I just put it down the drain. I feel like there's something I could be doing with it, but like a tandem recipe that uses just egg whites. I'm gonna watch my dough look. This thing comes in real handy. I thought it was a gimmick. It's not. Ooh. We're getting there. We're getting there. Starting to get frothy. Now I can put everything away. Clean as you go. Then you always have a clean kitchen. Ha! Because that's definitely something we do every single time. We're bubbling. That's a good sign. Are we ready to pour it in? Maybe. Okay, we need a medium-sized bowl. I guess we can use this one now. And then that's what we're going to transfer this into. Once we're done mixing it, well, I guess I could just use that one. Whatever, we're here now. And then we're going to put it in the fridge for 12 to 24 hours, and we're going to bake it tomorrow. All right, this foamed up. I think it's ready. We're just going for it. Here we go. Hopes and prayers. Mix for 5 to 7 minutes. Oh, it smells good already. It smells like honey. Oh man. I'm getting my arm workout in for the day. I guess I could knead this on the counter. Should I knead it on the counter? I might just knead it on the counter. Do I have flour in here? Nope. So we can't put that flour on the counter. I only have bread flour, so that's what we're gonna have to use to put on the counter so I can knead this. Just a light dusting. Make sure all of the ingredients are incorporated before I take it out of here. And then right after this, baby boy is going to be hungry. So it's a perfect timing. Anytime I knead dough like this, even though I was making bread before we went to Italy 2 years ago now, jeez, it reminds me of the Italian pasta cooking class we took, where we were kneading dough endlessly. But it was one of the most fun experiences that we had in Italy. Nothing beats taking an authentic pasta making class in the heart of Italy. I think my video is still up where I show not only the recipe for it, but the underground cellar that they had under their house, because the house is hundreds of years old and it was passed down from family members and the family business, and they were wine runners, I don't know if that's the correct term, but they made wine in their cellar. And so underneath it's like chiseled out rock in their basement, and in the entire community, like the neighborhood, the like tunnels are all connected. That's one thing I love about going and visiting places that are way older than America, because they have so much more history there. My goodness. This is why I have a stand mixer. I think we're almost there. And this is my workout for the day. Definitely not cold now. We got our dough. We're gonna oil our bowl, put that in the fridge, and then we're done. Now I can take a break. Where's my oil? something to cover this with. One more oil. I hope everyone has exciting plans for either Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving. Come back to my channel, share with me if you made any of these recipes or if you're making anything fun. I love to hear all the things that you're baking or cooking on the stove. I'm going to sign off and go feed baby boy and myself, and I will see all of you next time. Thank you for joining me.